Hello my friends, Stephanie here, and I'm back with more movie chatter. And what I have for you today is my review of the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital copy of V For Vendetta. And this was sent over to me from Warner Brothers for review so that I could give it a look and talk about it with you guys. It is available today, November 3rd, and you can pretty much pick it up anywhere, even online. And I'm also going to talk about some exclusive editions that are available out there. So I want to thank Warner Brothers, as always, for sending this over. And now let's get to the review. I'm going to do this in 3 parts. I'm going to give a brief synopsis just for the folks who haven't seen it. I'm going to talk picture quality and audio. So to start out, brief synopsis. This is a film that was originally released in 2005. It was done by the Wachowskis, who are the people who did the Matrix trilogy. So when this first came out, it was on the heels of 9/11 and everything that was going on in connection with that. And basically what this is we have one of our main characters is played by Natalie Portman, and her name is Evie. And she works for a television station that is run by the government, because this takes place in a futuristic, totalitarian Britain. And everything is run by the government. There are curfews in effect. Everything is censored. Everything that goes out to the people is controlled by the government. What they hear, what they see on TV. There are people being held, people incarcerated. There is racism. There's homophobia. You name it, the government controls it. And no matter when you watch this film, no matter how many times I've seen this film, it always feels relevant. And there's a line in the movie that says, I'm paraphrasing, people should never be afraid of their government. Governments should fear the people. And that's the basic premise of this movie, is that the control should always be with the people, not with the government, because the people are the ones who put the government in charge. We elect a government. And what happens is Evie's walking home one night, and she has been out past curfew, and she is approached by 3 of these so-called police people. They're people who are sent by the government to police the streets. And you can tell that something horrible is about to happen to her when she is saved by this masked stranger who becomes known to us as V. They don't know each other. This is their first meeting. And V is a domestic terrorist. He's considered a domestic terrorist because he works tirelessly against the government to try to hatch this plan to give the power back to the people. And he has an elaborate plan in his mind that he is actively working on, and he tells her that it's going to take him a full year to do it. And that's all I'm going to tell you about their relationship. But when I was watching this movie just over the weekend, everything they talked about, there were so many things. I felt like it was just ripped out of the headlines that I read every morning on my iPad. They were talking about epidemics. They were talking about poverty. They were talking about viruses that are getting cures from Big Pharma, where the profits would go to a certain political party. And it was just, they were talking about crime. They were talking about all kinds of things that we are reading every day, and it felt so relevant. And what I liked about this movie, one of many things that I like about this movie, is that they have their message, they're saying what they say, but they're never too heavy-handed when it comes to one side or the other. The basic premise of this is that their goal is to get the message through that the power should be with the people, regardless of what political party is in charge. And I like that because they focused more on the people than the government, if that makes sense. So it wasn't like it was on one side or the other for the government. They just wanted to make sure that there was a way to liberate these people back to being in control of their own government and their own destiny. And what an amazing story. It is a beautiful, beautiful movie, both in storytelling and in picture and in audio. It's just a beautiful movie. Let's talk picture quality. I watched this in my home theater on my 65-inch LG OLED TV. I used my standalone Oppo 4K player, and I used a Marantz surround sound speaker that has Atmos capabilities, and I do have Atmos speakers. I have a 7.1 system. I did not touch anything except the volume. I didn't change any settings. I didn't alter any brightness, nothing like that. Now, this is taken, it was shot on film. It was shot on 35mm film, so they actually worked from the 35mm negative to get the final 4K product, and it looks beautiful. It has just enough grain, because anytime you take a transfer, you know, you do a scan from film, you're going to get that grain, but it's just the right amount of grain, and it looks perfect, and the colors are amazing. Now this is a very dark film, both in tone and in picture. You have a lot of blacks, you have a lot of dark blues, grays, and then you get those pops of red, as you can see right on the cover here. So everything about this looks great. The blacks are perfect. They're inky black, and then you have your blues, which are good, and you have, like I said, those pops of red. And then when you get certain things like fireworks or explosions, they burst onto the screen, and they are so colorful and so beautiful, and everything just looks great. And the nice thing about it is, even in these dark scenes, a lot of those details are brought out that you wouldn't see in the 2008 Blu-ray. That's not to say that the Blu-ray looks bad, because it certainly doesn't look bad, but you're talking about, this is brand new technology, so, you know, compared to the 2008. So it just looks so much better. And when you go into V's house, there's one point in the movie where we end up in V's house. So it's a much brighter setting, and it has more amber tones, earth tones, and his home is filled with beautiful, intricate things, pieces of art and sculptures, all kinds of things. And that's where you really see the details and the colors come out, and it's just gorgeous. It's beautiful. So I would give this picture quality 5 stars all around. It looks amazing. It's a beautiful scan. And like when you get the close-ups, like even of his mask, it looks great. And when you get close-ups of people's faces with hair or wrinkles or anything like that, it is so precise. Like you could see every hair on someone's head or someone's face. It looks amazing. So that I would give, like I said, the picture quality gets a 5 out of 5. Now let's talk audio. We're talking about an Atmos track that kicks right over to the 7.1. It sounds great. If you have an explosion, you're in it. It sounds great. The knife, he uses his knives all the time. V uses his knives all the time. So you can hear every cut of the knife, every punch when they get into a fight. Every bit of sound is just, it's great. It uses every speaker to the best of its ability. And let's not forget the music, because the classical music that they use in this is just amazing. It is gorgeous, beautiful music, and you're just encased in it. It's all around you. It just washes over you, and it is so, so good. This is totally, just a total immersive experience. You're just right in the middle of it, and that's how it should be. So I would say for this movie, for the movie itself, for the picture quality, and for the sound, I give it a straight up 5 out of 5. I think this is a home run from Warner Brothers. I think they did a fantastic job on this. Now let's talk some special features, and then I'll tell you about a few special editions that I know are out there. It has 2 hours of bonus features. I think there's only 3 that are new. I think there's a conversation with Lana Wachowski called Looking Back on V for Vendetta. You have some Natalie Portman audition tapes, which I think are pretty cool. And then there's V for Vendetta Unmasked, the making of with filmmakers and cast. So, like I said, it has over 2 hours of bonus features. The rest of the bonus features are ported over from the 2008 Blu-ray. So this is the slipcase edition that I have, and you can see, I think that's a really nice cover. You see V's mask, and you see Natalie Portman there in the knife. And then what I especially like is that they used different artwork on the inside. I love when they do that, because it makes that the slipcover so much more than just a cover with the same picture inside. And then it comes with a digital copy, but I took that out. We have just 2 plain Blu-ray discs. We have one silver, and the 4K is red. So that would be that. And I believe the MSRP for this one is $24.99, but you never know. We have Black Friday coming up, so that could always fluctuate a bit, but I think it's well worth the pickup. And now, as far as special editions, I know that Best Buy is having a steelbook. They're having a Best Buy exclusive steelbook, which looks really nice. And then there's a UK, I believe it's called Titans of Cult, if I'm not mistaken. They have a really nice steelbook set, and it comes with a mini steelbook, and that is available on Amazon UK. It's sold out on Zavvi, but it's still on Amazon UK as of this morning. So if you want to check that out, I would say give it a go, because those sets are really nice. So that's my overall review of V for Vendetta. Like I said, I give it a go. I say it is well worth it. It is a beautiful, amazing film, and I think this is one that no matter when you watch it, no matter how far down the road we get, I think this is a movie that just ages so well, and it always feels relevant, and I think everyone who watches it, you're going to take away something different. And I think each time we watch it, we take away something different, and I think that's the beauty and the masterful part of this movie. I just think it's amazing. I think it's a masterpiece. So, highest recommendations for that. So I hope you found this helpful, and I say run out and buy it. I'm thinking about picking up maybe the Steelbook, one of the Steelbook editions for myself, because I just love this movie so much. So I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please give me a like, leave me some comments, suggestions, recommendations. Let me know if you watched V for Vendetta. Do you like it? Is it one of your favorites? Have you seen the 4K? What do you think? Consider subscribing and hit the bell notification so you will know when I upload again. And I'm going to be back real soon because I have some things planned for the end of the week and over the weekend, so I will be back sooner than later. But for now, that's going to do it for me. So for tonight, that's a wrap.